Hey, what's up, Crypto Army? I'm Travis, your crypto newbie, bringing you my experiences so you have to learn things the hard way. Before we get too much further, Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. But no matter what you're celebrating right now, hopefully you're enjoying time with your family and friends during this holiday period. If you're stuck working, that sucks. I'm sorry. I hope you get some time off and get to spend some time with your family and friends over this holiday period later on. Now, let's go ahead and jump into today's content, which is the roller coaster that we've been seeing with Boda token. Yes, it's been a roller coaster. If you woke up today and saw that the price was significantly down, yep, that's what happened. The price went down significantly overnight. I was awake when this started happening last night, and I was actually chatting with some people in Discord. A considerable whale sold off. So let's take a look at this roller coaster. So right around here, we can see this is when the buyback and burn happened yesterday, and the price jumped up. So, of course, we've got a whale out there that decided to sell out of their position, which is natural. This is normal. It sucks because we wake up to a lower price, but this is expected. We're going to start to see whales sell off as the price goes up, and it probably made a lot of sense to do it right after the buyback and burn. It was smart thinking on the part of the whale. And I think we'll probably see that more often throughout the course of the project, because every time they do a buyback and burn and the price jumps up, it's a great opportunity to sell depending on where the market's at that particular time. And when the whale decided to buy in, how much was the token at? So we're probably going to see this more often. This is common across the entire crypto space, especially with new projects. What we need is for the whales to eventually sell off. So this is good because it gives all the rest of us an opportunity to buy at a lower price. And then it also spreads out the tokens so that we don't have as many whales, which is always good. Now, we're going to continue to see more whales buy into this project as they discover it. So don't be surprised if we get more whales along with more just regular holders that are buying in with what they've got and what they can afford to lose. So we can see that whale sold off, and it was a lot of money. It was around $100,000 or a little less than $100,000 that the whale sold off. So that's why you saw that huge dip. But the community started to eat that dip up real quick, and then we saw another whale sell. And again, we can see that the price is heading back up. I don't understand the second whale. I completely understand the first whale, especially depending on their reasons for getting into their project. Maybe they were trying to get money for the holidays. Maybe they were looking at a different project for investment. Who knows why? But whales always do this. They always sell and then the price goes down with it. That's just how it is for cryptos. The second one, on the other hand, it would have made a lot more sense for this whale to wait until the price got back up a little higher and then sold at a higher price. So I don't completely understand what the second whale was thinking. Maybe they just had enough and they were moving on to a different, who knows? It's impossible to guess what was going through this person's mind. It just doesn't make a lot of sense from an investor standpoint. I wouldn't have done this unless I had a really good reason to do it in any crypto project. But who knows? That's where we are right now. So if you're invested in this project, the question you've got to ask is, has anything changed? And no, nothing's changed. So this shouldn't be unexpected to you if you've been in the crypto space for a while. If you're new to this space, this is how cryptos work. So this was a good entry into the reality of crypto, especially with new projects. There's going to be a lot of this over the next couple of years as this project grows, because whales are going to continually sell as the prices and they realize their profits. That's just the reality of it. If you had a few $100,000 invested in this project and the price skyrocketed up, maybe now you're $1 million, or maybe that $100,000, I didn't dig into it. Maybe they bought early on in the project for a couple $100 and now it was worth $100,000. It was a good opportunity for them to get out of it. Depending on where they live, they might have to pay a lot in taxes doing it that way. But maybe that's what they're used to. Maybe that's their process. Maybe they're a day trader. Who knows? But get used to this process. Here's the way to look at it, though. You don't sell. So if you're like me and you're in this project for the long haul, this is a horrible time to sell because the price is low and you might be upside down. And then take off the 20% tax. It's not a good time to sell. This is a great opportunity to dollar cost average your tokens, depending on when you bought in. If you bought in early in this project, you're still probably up. If you bought in recently where the price was higher, you're probably upside down right now. So maybe you spent $200 to get 20 billion tokens. Well, now that money can get you potentially 100 billion token. So you can get a lot more tokens for your money and dollar cost average your position moving forward. So eat the dips. Whenever there's a dip like this, that's your opportunity to buy. And what I always recommend, and this is the approach I do, set some money aside every month for when these things happen. Have an idea of what number of tokens you want. Maybe for Boda token, you want 100 billion tokens. Maybe your goal is to get to 1 trillion. Whatever the number is, have a goal. This is where you're great at. This is the position that you would love to achieve if you could. And then continue to strive to get to that position. When opportunities like this happen, this is a great time to have that set aside cash put into this project. I did the same thing last night. I bought in when the price was higher. So I took advantage of the low price and bought more at a lower price than what I initially bought. So my dollar cost average is down in comparison to where it was when I started. And the person I was talking to on Discord did the exact same thing because both of us were upside down on this project. And when the price dropped, it was a great opportunity to buy. Now, unfortunately, when I bought, and I think same thing for the other person, we bought right around here-ish, and then it dropped again. So we missed the opportunity to buy at pretty good lows a second time. But again, it's not a bad time to buy even now, depending on if you bought way up here or even higher. This is still low. This is a great opportunity to buy into this project. Now, one kind of funny outcome of the price action yesterday, again, we had about $250,000 in volume for Boda token, so that got a lot of attention. And we've added quite a few holders since yesterday because the price was so low. It was a great opportunity to buy in to this token. So there's positives and negatives with every whale sell. One of the positives, it got us attention and the token's getting more holders. And hopefully some of these, and actually quite a few of them, when I was looking at the transaction quantities, aren't whales, which is great because the price is getting higher without whales buying in. And that's awesome because that decreases the whale dominance for the token. Again, whales are a natural thing, so don't be surprised if you constantly see the up and down action for this token. And I prefer it because I like to buy when the token's low, especially when I miss the first couple days after launch. It's a great opportunity to buy tokens when the prices drop after whale sells. Look at it as a positive. Again, every project you buy into, you should have an idea of what number of tokens you want. Once you've gotten that number of tokens, as long as the fundamentals don't change, then you just got to figure out what's the next step. What is the goal for your investment in that project? For Binance Pegged USD reward tokens, my goal is to live and retire off of the income. So why would I ever want to sell? Unless something changes with the fundamentals, you hold on to it. Especially with the fee. Who wants to pay the ridiculous amount of fee for selling your position here? You don't have to have a lot for Boda token to pay you a lot in rewards. Do the math. Use my rewards calculator to figure out exactly what number you're looking for and what volume gives you the rewards that you're looking for. And that works for pretty much all of these tokens. Now, this one's a little bit more difficult because you get different rewards based off of buys or sells. So you kind of have to average and try to figure out what exactly you're going to get back. Generally, trying to keep it a little bit closer to the buy is probably a good option. That's the strategy I use. I usually use between 8 and 10% to estimate my rewards. Now, just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, and none of my content should be viewed as financial advice. Now, if you like the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications so the content gets to other potential BODAV2 investors. Because that's what it does when you hit the like button, comment on the videos, and subscribe. The YouTube algorithm pushes it out to others like you that might also like it. So you effectively grow the token by doing those things. If you didn't know that, until next time, stay strong with those diamond hands.